I've been trying to get sober for a long time. I've attempted to get sober for 7 years.
I had desires, dreams, everything, and once that came to play with my drug addiction, all of that went out the window.
Oh, I've tried to quit probably about a dozen times. It wasn't until I actually went to jail that I, really quit.
When you relapse, you have this feeling where you don't need anybody.
That's the hard thing I know that my family struggled with is I pushed them away because, I was isolating from everybody.
The families are full-on victims of ignorance.
Addiction doesn't just affect the addict, it affects the families. It affects friends, it affects every relationship. The family members that are trying to support the addict, they don't know what to do.
You think you're just hurting yourself when in fact you're hurting everybody who loves you.
You drive yourself around town and you see those people who are struggling on the street, the people who are addicts and are down and out. They were somebody's baby.
My dad, well-dressed, running companies, handsome, wealthy, just perfect. My dad couldn't be a drug addict. And you don't know what to do. How do I help you? You had all the answers.
People are told, you got to let them go. They got to go live their life. They got to figure it out.
They have to hit rock bottom. You hear
right, you hear that. And you know what? That's when you lose them.
Yeah.
We did it alone. And we did the best we could.
So there's something that I call the capitalism of addiction.
282 million people globally suffer from addiction. In the US alone, $35 billion a year is profited by companies who treat and support addicts. $35 billion a year. And yet, only 3% of those who suffer from addiction will not relapse back into full addiction. That is a 97% failure rate.
In a circumstance where they have been exposed to the drug, where they are very stressed, they basically literally lose complete control.
There are ways to really help other than just traditional rehabilitation centers that aren't working.
When things go awry in the child's life, then you're kind of woken up. And that's what happens, say, if your child goes through an addiction.
What's wrong with our addiction treatment model in America? I think what's wrong with it is that it's only focused on psychology, not biology.
The three common things that I saw was mental illness, whether it's been diagnosed or not. If they were taking a prescription medication for that mental illness, they stopped it a month prior or so, and they felt as if they're a burden to their families.
Addicts have a great tendency to isolate. And so for me, just being around like-minded people sort of changed everything.
I'm gonna tell you that the single greatest trick, the thing that works, it works every time if you do it right, it's humility. It's coming to the child from a place of authority and experience, but not a place of dictatorship.
There's something about being in community that's tremendously helpful in providing support, in being able to relate to other people, in being able to ask questions, and bounce ideas off of people, or just simply be together.